The Stoic path to healing and power. Your heart has been shattered. You know it. Someone special left their mark on you, wounded you in ways you thought impossible. The pain is real, tangible, and in these moments, everything feels lost. But here's what you need to understand right now: this pain, however overwhelming, doesn't define you. True strength isn't found in clinging to hurt or dwelling in resentment. Real power lies in what you choose to do with what you're feeling. This is your moment to transform that wound into strength, to rebuild yourself from within. This isn't about revenge or remaining stuck in the past. This is about taking your life into your own hands, healing, growing, and most importantly, becoming the master of yourself once again. Your past doesn't get to determine who you are or who you'll become. Now it's your turn to take the next step toward a stronger, wiser version of yourself. It's time to stop looking backward. The past no longer has power over you, and the only way to move forward is to focus on what you can control. The Stoics understood that the only thing truly under our control is our response to events, not the events themselves. We're not here to cling to what caused us pain or remain trapped in a story that no longer belongs in our future. It's time to apply what truly matters: change, growth, and transformation. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let's begin with the actions that will transform you from within, step by step. Action 1. Learn to release resentment and anger. Imagine you're carrying a backpack filled with stones. Some are small, others massive, all accumulated from past grievances and wounds. At first, you don't notice the weight. But as you continue walking, it grows heavier and heavier until you can barely move. You don't even remember why you started carrying it. The only remaining question is, why continue? I know what you're thinking: easier said than done. Of course. Letting go of resentment sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it when the pain feels so real? Here's the truth: the only thing you accomplish by holding on to this resentment is increasing the weight you're carrying. And no, this doesn't make you stronger, only more exhausted. Every time you replay what was done to you, it's like adding another stone to your backpack. Do you really want to keep dragging this weight? Stoics like Marcus Aurelius understood that holding on to bitterness keeps you imprisoned by what you cannot change. Instead of remaining captive in a cycle of anger, he reminded us that true freedom lies in what we decide to release. The practice: resentment doesn't make you wiser or stronger, only heavier. And while you continue carrying this backpack, you're losing ground on your path to personal development. Freedom isn't found in fighting what was done to you, but in stopping the fight with the past and focusing on the present. Resentment is an emotional burden, exhausting energy spent replaying a film of the past that you can no longer change but continue to replay over and over. And while this movie keeps playing, you miss the opportunity to write a new script for your life. Do you really want to be a prisoner of this story? Drop that backpack. Release that resentment, not because what happened wasn't important, but because what truly matters now is your peace. Resentment doesn't make you wiser or stronger, it makes you heavier. While you continue carrying this pain, you're blocking new, better things from entering your life. True strength isn't remaining captive to what you can't control, it's choosing to free yourself from what you no longer need. Action 2. Develop a growth mindset. When heartbreak hits, it feels like standing before a gigantic wall. At first, it seems insurmountable, like there's no way over it. It's tempting to just stand there staring at the wall, thinking there's no way out. But here's what's really happening: this wall isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity for growth. The problem isn't the wall itself, but how you choose to respond to it. The Stoics understood that difficulties aren't things we should avoid, but things we must embrace. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Every difficulty, every obstacle is a disguised opportunity, a chance to learn something new, expand your mind, and forge resilience you didn't have before. The key is changing your perspective and seeing challenges as opportunities for improvement rather than insurmountable barriers. The practice, a growth mindset, isn't just a positive concept, it's a way of seeing the world. It's understanding that pain and failure aren't defeats but lessons. Every time you fall, you have the opportunity to rise stronger. People with this mindset aren't limited by what they already know. They actively seek new ways to improve. Instead of surrendering in the face of difficulty, they focus on how to transform it into a platform for their development. Things won't always go as expected. Sometimes the path will be brutal. But every step, even those that seem like mistakes, are steps forward. A growth mindset allows you to understand that every failed attempt is a lesson, not a defeat. Instead of letting setbacks define you, use them to create a stronger version of yourself. Remember, growth isn't just the result of success, it's the process itself. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to expand your boundaries and improve something. Stop seeing difficulties as failures. Start seeing them as the foundation of your growth. This is the path to a stronger version of yourself that refuses to be stopped by anything. Action 3. Create a daily self-care routine. Imagine your life is like a vehicle. If you don't take care of it, don't maintain it, it starts breaking down, gradually deteriorating. Self-care is the maintenance that allows you to keep functioning with strength, focus, and energy. If you don't dedicate time to caring for yourself, everything else suffers. And I'm not just talking about your body, I'm talking about your mind, your spirit, your internal balance. The Stoics understood self-care not as luxury but as necessity for a full and balanced life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, spoke about the importance of being in harmony with yourself to handle life's trials. The practice, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. It's like the air we breathe. Without it, we can't be our best for ourselves or others. Your body is your temple, and your mind is the engine that drives you. If you don't care for them, nothing will work. Creating a daily self-care routine is a way to honor yourself, put your well-being first, and understand that to overcome life's difficulties, you must first be in harmony with yourself. This isn't just about exercising or getting 8 hours of sleep. It's about forming habits that nourish you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Start your day with a moment for yourself. Even if it's just a few minutes, dedicate time to meditation, deep breathing, or listening to what your body and mind are asking for. It doesn't have to be a long or complex process, but it should be a moment to connect with yourself, to clear your mind before facing the world. Self-care also means learning to say no, no to activities that drain you, no to relationships that suck your energy, no to obligations that leave you depleted. Every time you put your needs first, you strengthen your ability to be more effective and healthy in all aspects of your life. Action 4. Accept your flaws and work on them. Listen, if you think you're perfect, you already have a problem. Flaws are part of you. They're not something to hide from or pretend don't exist. The pain from the breakup, the mistakes you made, the remaining scars, all of this is part of your story. Accept that you're not perfect and never will be. And that's okay. If you don't confront your flaws, if you keep lying to yourself, you'll remain trapped in a cycle of self-deception and regret. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, knew this. He understood that it's not about achieving unattainable perfection, but about recognizing and improving our shortcomings. The practice, true strength isn't running from what you don't like about yourself, it's courageously confronting it. Accepting your flaws isn't surrender, it's realism and understanding that your strength lies in what you do with them. Perfection won't make you stronger, it will make you weak. It makes you vulnerable to frustration when you inevitably fail. Here's the truth, you can't change what you've already done. But you can change how you act now. There's no time for regrets. No room for guilt. Every time you get stuck there, you lose time. And time waits for no one. So stop complaining. Accept your flaws, not as excuses, but as fuel. You failed. Great. That will make you stronger if you stop feeling sorry for yourself. What was done to you doesn't define who you are. But how you choose to rise after all of this. That defines you. The Stoics knew that constant improvement is the path to freedom. If you keep believing everything should be perfect, you'll never improve. So accept who you are and work every day to become better. Action 5. Redefine who you are after the breakup. Have you ever stared into the void asking yourself who you are now? It's time to stop asking that question. The breakup shattered you into pieces, but it doesn't define you. Don't keep dragging the same victim story behind you over and over. The only person who has the power to redefine your life is you. What are you going to do? Just sit and lament the past? Do you really think that will help you move forward? The practice: stop clinging to the idea of who you were before the breakup. That person no longer exists. The pain isn't the end, it's the beginning of something new. This isn't the time to seek comfort in the past. It's time to decide who you'll be now. What was done to you cannot continue to define your existence. Why keep allowing them to control you with their absence? Change begins when you decide you won't be the same anymore. That past no longer serves you. It's time to redefine yourself. The Stoics understood that we're not defined by events, but by our response to them. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations told us that life isn't what happens to you, but how you react to it. The breakup doesn't define you, your reaction to it is what will. Stand up finally and take control of your life. If you remain attached to what you lost, you're still a prisoner of a past you can no longer change. It's time to start writing a new chapter. Are you ready to become stronger, wiser, more independent? If you continue identifying with the suffering, with the absence of that person, you're denying yourself the opportunity to grow. Every day is a new opportunity to be a different person, a better person. The breakup took something from you, but it gave you a lesson you cannot ignore. You're more than this. You're building a new version of yourself, a version that knows its worth, that doesn't allow itself to be defined by circumstances. Action 6. Embrace uncertainty and learn to flow with it. You're trying to keep everything under control. Let me tell you something, life doesn't follow your rules. Uncertainty is part of the game, and if you don't accept yourself in this chaos, you'll remain stuck fighting what you can't control. The breakup shook you, I know. But thinking everything should fit perfectly into your life only keeps you imprisoned by unrealistic expectations. The practice: uncertainty is inevitable. Why keep fighting it? The Stoics knew we can't control the future. Epictetus clearly stated, what disturbs people isn't events, but their judgment about them. Life is full of unpredictable paths, and the only thing we can control is how we choose to walk them. Being stuck fearing the future or trying to pave a path without obstacles isn't just pointless, it's a waste of energy. The key isn't eliminating uncertainty, it's learning to flow with it. Stop resisting what you can't change. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need everything to be clear. What if instead of fighting the current, you let it carry you? Uncertainty isn't your enemy, it's your opportunity to learn to adapt, grow, and change according to circumstances. Accepting that you don't know what comes next gives you incredible power. Because when you stop trying to control everything, you become someone who knows life isn't made for control but for living with flexibility and openness. Action 7. Invest time learning a new skill every month. Are you waiting for opportunities to fall from the sky? Spoiler, it won't happen. The world won't stop to wait for you, and if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, the only thing you'll achieve is falling behind. It's time to stop complaining about what you don't have and start building what you're missing, by investing in yourself. The practice: the Stoics knew that time is the only thing we truly possess, and you must use it to your advantage. Marcus Aurelius, for example, understood that the best way to use time is to use it for growth, for learning. So what are you doing with yours? If you're not investing in improvement, you're losing. And no, there are no excuses. It doesn't matter how busy you are. If you don't have time to learn something new each month, you're choosing to live in mediocrity. Choose a skill each month. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be huge. But let it be something that challenges you, that pulls you from your comfort zone. Take that course. Learn a language. Improve your technique in something that already interests you. But don't stay still. Every skill you acquire not only makes you more competent, it makes you mentally stronger. It proves you're capable of learning, adapting, improving. There's no excuse not to do this. Action 8. Prioritize physical and mental self-care without guilt. Do you think putting your well-being first is selfish? If you think that, you're wrong. Refusing to care for yourself because you think you don't deserve time for yourself is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Know why? Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. The practice, yes, your physical and mental health must be your priority. No need to apologize for that. There's no such thing as guilt when you dedicate time to becoming stronger and recovering. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius said that physical and mental well-being isn't luxury, it's necessity for a full and effective life. If you're constantly depleting yourself, your mind and body won't respond. You won't be able to handle what life throws at you. Self-care means respecting your body and mind, recognizing your boundaries, and acting accordingly. Stop juggling 1,000 things without considering your health. If you don't have energy, if your mind is clouded by stress, how do you expect to make clear decisions? It's time to do something radical. Put yourself first without excuses. If you need rest, rest. If you need to disconnect, do it. Why? Because without you, without your well-being, nothing else matters. Action 9. Focus on what you can control and release what you can't. Are you tired of spending energy worrying about things you can't change? Why do you keep trying to control what's beyond your reach? Look, life gives you a million reasons to lose control, but the truth is there's only one thing you can truly control: yourself. Your mind, your decisions, your actions. Everything else is a lost battle. The practice: stop wasting strength on what you can't change and start investing energy in what truly matters, in what's within your grasp. The Stoics knew something you haven't fully grasped yet: the only thing we truly control is our response to events, not the events themselves. Epictetus made this clear: it's not events that disturb us, but our opinion about them. So why do you keep giving power to everything you can't change? What are you waiting for? Life is unfair, unpredictable, imperfect. And you can't do anything about that. But you can decide how to react. You can choose how to spend your energy. And that's what gives you true control. You can't control other people. You can't control the future. You can't control everything life throws at you. But you know what you can control. Your thoughts, your responses, your attitudes. Action 10. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Negative thoughts keep you stuck in the past. Do you keep thinking you're not enough? That you can't move forward? It's time to end this. Negative thoughts are just lies you keep telling yourself. And the worst part? You keep believing them. The practice: you can't change what already happened. But you can change your mindset. And that's what truly matters. Don't stay stuck there. The Stoics understood that the mind is our greatest enemy but also our greatest ally. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential philosophers in history, taught us that our thoughts are our reality. What you think about yourself, about others, and about the world shapes you and your life. So if you keep thinking you're incapable, that will be your reality. But if you start changing these thoughts, you'll see a different world. Replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations doesn't mean living in a fantasy world. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about taking control of your mind. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop. Breathe. And replace that thought with something positive, something that pushes you forward. Imagine what happens if instead of telling yourself, "I can't," you say, "I'm capable of overcoming this." Instead of thinking, "This won't work," say, "I have everything necessary to make this work." These aren't just empty words. They're constant reminders of your capacity for change, of your power to create a better life. The path forward. These 10 actions aren't suggestions, they're your blueprint for transformation after heartbreak. The pain you feel now is real, but it's not permanent. What is permanent is the person you choose to become through this experience. The Stoics understood that suffering isn't the problem, remaining in suffering is. You have the power to take this pain and forge it into something greater: wisdom, strength, character. Don't seek revenge. Don't waste your energy on bitterness. Instead, do the one thing that will truly make them regret losing you: become undeniably better. Your transformation is the ultimate response.